Hey there guys, Tommy14 here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about ASR's biggest issue, the Minardi M191, and also with the majority of ASR's Formula 1 mods. So for at least a year now, this has been pressing on my mind, but I've never really had any proof to sort of make a video about it or comment on it, but I've seen a lot of people also sharing the same opinions as me on this, so I thought it was worth making a video on. So basically what I did, I thought I'd conduct myself a little bit of an experiment regarding these 1990s Formula 1 mods from ASR. What I decided to do is get the Minardi, McLaren, LaRousse and the Ferrari 643, that was it. Now, the Ferrari 643 is a mod version prior to version 1. I also put the RSS Formula Hybrid 17 on there, just as a bit of a comparison to show you the difference. Also included in this test was the Jordan 191, just to showcase the issue even more. I'll talk you through the experiment now. So basically, Spa-Francorchamps was run with all these cars on the track at the same time in a qualifying run, all on qualified spec, so that involves qualified tyres, low fuel runs, and they're also all on 100% AI with 100% aggression. So I let all the AI run round, do their own thing, and see what their qualifying times were. But before we even get into the qualifying times, just look at the Minardi in this Jordan's rearview mirror. Absolutely flies past him, not even on a particularly long straight up Eau Rouge, and before the Jordans even got to the top, the Minardi's absolutely gone. So there seems to be one flaw already, that the Minardi seems to be quite quick in a straight line, but that wasn't where the biggest issue with this car was, or in fact, another ASR car. I found the McLaren 2 to be particularly quick in a straight line, but with Spa having the middle sector and even the first and last sectors having some corners in, surely that would be enough to offset it compared to the FH17. But after 10 minutes of qualifying, we finally had the results. Now you can see the Minardi is a 1 second quicker than the McLaren, which in turn is 3 or so seconds quicker than the Formula Hybrid 2017 car? Really? Now I know what you'll immediately think to mind. You must think that the Formula Hybrid 2017 car just had a bad lap, because it can't be 4 seconds slower than a Minardi from 1991, can it? I thought the same, so I thought, we'll give it an extra run, shall we? So we set them out the exact same, we just restarted the session, same tyres, same fuel, same settings for everything, 100% AI on all cars. I set the actual AI difficulty individually. So yeah, if we now have a look at the results of that run, you see the Minardi pulls out an even bigger gap to the McLaren of 2 seconds and 5.7 seconds ahead of a 2017 Formula Hybrid car. Like, what is going on with ASR's mods? The Ferrari, the Jordan obviously is VRC, just as a comparison. The VRC Jordan is where I would expect a 1991 car to be, and even the Ferrari probably, because I've taken some data, naturally, and a track that has hardly changed over the years, Suzuka. F1 cars in the 90s lap time, well, pole position by Berger was a 1:34, and Sebastian Vettel's pole position was a 1:27. That's around 7 seconds, and that's even comparing it to a 2019 car. So compared to a 2017 car, it would probably be a little bit closer than that even. So Suzuka has had minor changes over the years, so naturally the times might be a little different, but the majority of the lap has stayed the most consistent out of all the Formula 1 tracks, I believe anyway. So for the 1991 car to be 5.7 seconds quicker, that's just unacceptable. But no experiment would be fair unless we tried it a third time round, just to 100% make sure that it's not some sort of bad lap that the 17 car keeps getting itself into. So if we have a look at the results third time round, yeah, there's just something about their updated mods that just don't seem to add up. Even when you look at the sector splits, which I'll show you now, that just does not seem right at all. Why is the McLaren 2.5 seconds quicker in the middle sector than a 2017 car where it's all downforce based? bonkers to me. So we move on to Monza, where it's obviously predominantly straight line speed. So if it's all in the corners where the ASR 91 updated cars are gaining all their speed, surely Monza should be a better playing field for the Formula Hybrid car. Well, remember, the Ferrari is pre-version 1 update, so it's a beta version. The McLaren is post-version 1. The way the McLaren just caught up to the Ferrari in a straight line and then just dives it up the inside of Lesmo 1 with no problem whatsoever, and by the time they're on the back straight, he's clearly over a second and a half away from the Ferrari. And whilst granted the 91 Ferrari wasn't the fastest throughout the 1991 season, there's no way it's as slow as the results show. 8 seconds a lap quicker than a car from the same year? I don't know what season they were watching, but I don't think the Ferrari was ever that much slower than the McLaren that year. But again, we'll be fair, we'll run the same test again, see if the results are the same. But let's just ride on board with the McLaren on its qualifying lap here at Monza. The Ferrari about 2 seconds ahead of him right now. Just watch this. So as you can see, in the slipstream there actually wasn't that much of a difference, but the McLaren in the acceleration phase breezes past the Jordan and still going up through the gears coming up to top speed. Just cruises past the Ferrari going into the chicane here, round the outside. Not a big enough problem you'd think, but just watch through Lesmo 1 and 2 at the gap the McLaren already pulled. That is seriously way too much grip and downforce through the two Lesmos, and as I say, 8 seconds a lap quicker than that Ferrari at Monza. Are they having a bubble? And it's even worse when you look at the sector splits here at Monza. Look at Ayrton Senna compared to Alain Prost. Both a 91 car. Unacceptable. And again, he's 1.1 seconds quicker than the Formula Hybrid 17 around Monza. Come on. So you may have noticed the Minardi didn't feature at Monza. For some reason it just never wanted to leave the pit lane. So I thought one final test, we'll go to Silverstone. A track with decent high-speed corners and pretty long straights as well. Let's see what the king of the ASR car mods could do here at Silverstone. And in the hands of the AI, insane. And I'll explain why, because here I thought I'd up the ante a bit. The 2020 Formula Hybrid car is now on track. It cannot be quicker than the 2020 Formula Hybrid car around Silverstone. Surely. Oh wait, yes it can, because of course it bloody can. Are you joking? A 1991 car around Silverstone is faster than the 2020 Formula 1 hybrid car. In what world? So at this point, I'd had enough. I was sick of seeing a 1991 car being quicker than a 2020 car, so I had to go do it myself. So here we are in the Minardi around Silverstone at hot lap mode. All we've done is change the tyres to qualifying tyres and we've put the fuel load to 10 litres. That is all we've changed on this Minardi. Other than that, it's pretty much default. So we're going to go out on track and see what lap time we can get around Silverstone. So yeah, hopefully you take some insight into this video before certainly buying any ASR mod anyway. If you're looking to download it for free, it's relatively harmful. Just know the performance differences of their latest updates are miles way too quick than what they should be. As you can see in this side by side, there was a little bit of a glitch there with the recording of the 2020 car, but as you can see, the 91 car's far too close for my liking to the Formula Hybrid car, as you can see in this side by side. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll leave you with the rest of this video. Until next time, take care.